Nothing is here. The mirror was watching me. I just knew it was. I felt this great fear that made it hard to breathe and had to keep reminding myself to slow down, breathe in deeply, and slowly let it out. I didn't want to keep my eyes open. The mirror was there and I saw myself in it, again. I wanted to close my eyes, but something pulled me back. It said something to me. I felt it through the mirror, but I couldn't hear it. It was some horrible creature with decaying flesh and rotting teeth. It morphed to something similar to a little girl, with eyes all black like an abyss. A mist started to form around the mirror. A shrill cry echoed in the mist. I turned back and grabbed a knife off the dresser that had been there forever. Mom left it there or some such nonsense. I found myself staring into the mirror with a knife. I felt my body weaken and felt myself almost passing out. I fell on my back with a loud thud. I had no time to get up as the mirror shifted and I saw it. The mirror was melting. I almost dropped the knife, but I didn't. I knew it was coming towards me, but I couldn't see it. The little girl was at my side now. I could feel her. She said, "It won't hurt if you don't move." I looked back into her black, unfeeling eyes, a void of pain. I heard it lunge at me. I screamed and turned to the little girl, but she had faded away. I realized as I got up and started to look around that I was alone in my bedroom. I didn't hear or see the mirror move, but I felt it as I left my room. I tried going back to sleep in the guest room. I tried to forget what I saw, to push it out of my mind, but it kept coming back. It reminded me again of the little girl and how I could sense her. So, even if I wasn't ready, I felt like I would have to face it. One day I would have to face whatever was in that mirror. If it was my life, I would have to live it. I took a deep breath and went back into my room. I didn't close the door. The mirror still lay there, waiting for me. It knew I would come back, and so did I. The next day I went back to school. I didn't tell a soul what I had seen or what I was thinking. No one would have believed me anyway, so I guess I was right. I was alone. I tried to eat breakfast and pretend like nothing was wrong. It was hard, but I knew I needed to pull it together for the sake of everyone else. I wasn't going to have people think I was crazy. I told myself that at least I wasn't losing my mind. I mean, she had to be real, right? Once I got to school, something changed. I didn't feel any fear, no negative emotions like before. I felt a sense of calmness and serenity. I sat at my desk and started to do my math problems, and started to get into the zone. That is when I heard something, or maybe I should say someone talking to me. It was the little girl. She said, "Don't worry. It won't hurt too bad. I don't know when or how it will happen, but I know you will do the right thing." I started to get the strangest feeling in my gut. "Who are you?" I asked. She looked right at me and smiled. "Nothing." Then she was gone. I felt her staring at me as if she were still there. What was this? I tried to shrug it off and get back into math, but I was just too freaked out to concentrate. After class, I asked one of my teachers to stay after class, but he was in a meeting. I thought about going home and locking myself in my room. Then I felt this sense of calmness wash over me. I didn't want to be in my room. I wanted to be with the little girl. I ran to the bathroom and looked at myself in the mirror, but I couldn't see her anymore. She was gone. I walked to my car and looked out the window to the parking lot. The sun was bright and shining on the cars outside. I decided to go for a walk. There wasn't a cloud in the sky and the temperature was perfect. It was like the last day of summer. I didn't want to think about what was happening. I walked around the school grounds for what seemed like hours. I watched people walking around laughing and talking. The thoughts started to creep in that they saw her too. My head started to ache. My ears started to ring, and I felt a burning sensation in my chest. I felt a sense of dread coming over me. "No, stop it!" I yelled. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. I opened them again and there she was. She was standing right in front of me, smiling. I gasped and walked over to her. She reached out and grabbed my hand. We were standing in the middle of the road. The mist returned, the sun blackening. She looked right at me and said, "Don't worry. It won't hurt too bad. I don't know when or how it will happen, but I know you will do the right thing." I closed my eyes and said, "Okay." A truck was barreling at us, but I didn't care. We stood there until the end. Me and the little girl. Me and myself.